Super Smash Bros. Is by far one of Nintendo's greatest achievements. With combining so many generations and Nintendo characters as a whole, it's basically their own Avengers, and I really hope to see a film based on this game sometime. And there have been many games. Some have been good, some have been okay, but none of them have been bad. And the one that comes out on top of me, and this may be a controversial opinion, but my favourite is actually Super Smash Bros Brawl. Now, if you didn't know, this is the Wii game out of them all, and I normally see this one, when you look at rankings, you normally see it in the top 3. I haven't seen it, I don't think, like, with what I've seen on the internet, I don't think I've actually seen it at number 1, but this is by far my favourite, and there's a lot to break down with this. So before we go any further, do please consider subscribing and commenting your thoughts down below on this, and liking the video and sharing the video with your friends and family as well. Also, just another thing to point out, this is my opinion. If you disagree, that's fully okay. My opinion isn't the right opinion, it's just my opinion. So that's why I feel really happy for you guys just to share your opinions down below, you know, if you agree, disagree, whatever like that. And also, this may depend on generations as well, because the Wii is kind of my generation, but then the Switch is also as well. So let's start. So the game introduced some great new characters, and when I say great, I mean some great new characters. Sonic and Snake, they're so good. And the new art style, they look really, really cool. And Sonic looks a lot more mature. He looks a lot more realistic. And I just don't understand why Sonic was never in the original. Like, I know there was the whole thing with, you know, Nintendo and Sega at war. But then just to see Mario and Sonic at the same bit, it was great. Going along with Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games as well, they properly had a full truce. Snake as well is great. He's a lot more of a mature character, and he goes very, very well in this art style as well. He definitely blends in a lot with some of the, especially the human characters. So, really, really good. And the character roster itself is it's a big up from the original Smash Brothers and Melee. It definitely goes a lot more hard, it goes a lot bigger. It's missing some characters like Bowser Jr., for example. They are absent from this. But there is still a lot of just the main characters, you know, Mario, Luigi, Samus, Link, all these great characters just all in one. And I just really, really like it. And this is one that I still remain to go back to. Even with like Super Smash Bros Ultimate out, I still want to go back to this because of the sake of just the characters and everything. Although the characters just didn't do anything but go up and just increase, get so much better in the other games. So let's move on to the story. Now, the story is fantastic. It is by far, and I think anyone can admit, it is the best Smash Brothers story. A lot of people who I've seen, they have said it's the best one. It is by far the best because it just fleshes its story out, gives itself a nice long time for all these characters to meet, interact, and just share their problems and work together. And then by the end of it all, they all come together, and it's just so satisfying. And unlike World of Light on Smash Bros Ultimate, you actually get to see all your characters be heroes, be villains. So it's not like Bowser or Wario, for example, are good guys, and then it's like Mario and Samus, they're good guys. Like it spreads out good and bad really, really well. And honestly, the game is just so good. It also has full cutscenes. The cutscenes are absolutely fantastic, and especially with the little darker tone. Now, I know some people don't like the darker tone, so I'm going to move on to that later. I don't want to talk about during the story bit. But honestly, very, very good. A fantastic boss battles. And they're almost like 2D levels, just like Mario Brothers. And to see them do this with, you know, all the other characters, it is just really, really good. And just the way the characters interact, you can see their emotion, you can see their reactions to each other, you can see how they're talking, you can see their interaction. And there's really just a lot to spot with what the characters are doing. And every character gets their moment to shine, different things like that. They all get to meet, do their own thing. They all get their own character arc. And you get to play as different characters. You can choose the order you play as them even. So it's not just like you're told who you play as, anything like that. So you get to spread out. You get to play it nicely. You get to play Diddy Kong and Star Fox in one corner. Then you get to play Mario, Yoshi, Link and Kirby in another. And then there's Peach and just a load of other characters. Just it's all spread out really well. So then let's move on to the actual lighting and tone of it. Now, this is something that's going to be quite quick because I just want to get it off my chest. Is that, yeah, some people don't like it. And I get it, some of this revolves around the sort of the quality of the Wii at the time. But honestly, I think this works really well with some characters. Like, I'd say it looks good with the Star Fox characters and like Bowser. I think they look really awesome. And like Link, maybe it doesn't look as good for sort of Mario and some of the more cartoony characters, but I think it works well because this is Smash Brothers isn't really a kids game. It's more mature. It's more aimed at more mature adults and just more mature audiences as a whole. And I think that this just makes it look even cooler, really. And I think just that you can get some really cool shots and the poster looks awesome. There's just so many different things where they just can spread a lot of things out. It looks a lot more realistic. You know, maybe not the best, but... And I'm not going to say this is the best animation or just tone, colours, but honestly, I thought it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed what they could do with it. And this one, Smash Brothers Melee is just so loved, and this one just upped on what was so good about Smash Brothers Melee. Just different battles and just so many different things to do, and just up the character roster. Like, it introduced Peach and just different characters like that. Pokemon Trainer was awesome. Just so many different characters, and it's got something there for everyone. Smash Brothers Melee and the first Smash Brothers, I feel like were very limited. You have very little sort of characters. I mean, Melee had a lot of characters. Well, a lot of characters, but not as many compared to this one. And it's just a lot in there for different fans, different generations of this. And also, talking about gameplay, I think gameplay works very well, significantly well. You can use your nunchuck, you could use your Pro Controller. There's all sorts you can use, and it's just the controlling is very good. It's very smooth in how it moves, everything like that. Honestly, Super Smash Bros Brawl means an awful lot to me, and maybe the story is what holds it up most for me, but there's so much to do, whether you're playing the story or you're just doing some battles with your friends or all sorts of stuff. There's just so much to do. There's different stages, levels, all sorts of just fun things to do in there. And I don't understand what's not to love about this game, because it truly is a fantastic game and defined a lot of generations. And I love the music, the story, the characters. Just seeing all these characters come together, it's phenomenal. And that is why I think Super Smash Bros Brawl is the best Super Smash Bros game. So yeah, guys, that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do comment, like, and subscribe, share your video with friends and family. This was quite a short video, but there was just certain things I wanted to say. There's not really anything else I need to say now. That I've just sort of said what I've wanted to say, and I'm happy with that. But yeah, like I said earlier, please share your thoughts down below. Just feel free, whatever you want. It, you know, as long as you are polite and you just accept others' opinions, I'm fully okay with it. But that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.